Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Rubbish service, I know. Feel free to file a complaint. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? So I've just turned in subscriber mode off for the comments. So I'm having some weird stuff going on this morning. For whatever reason, GSX seems to think that we're trying to park the aircraft. So getting a pushback might be interesting. We may have to use the 737's built-in stuff. Hey 360, how you doing? Oh, Nick's in as well. How you doing, Nick? Who else we got? Nick, Rob, Simon, Wasp. Awesome. All the best people are here. Okay, so there's a very real possibility, I have to warn you before we start, that the internet may just die at any point. So we're having the... Morning, Brian. We're having the super fast fibre optic internet installed today, or phase 1 of it. Phase 2 is like in a week's time. So there's a dude outside with a pickaxe, an actual pickaxe, just like hammering into the driveway right on top of where my current internet cable is, because apparently that's the best place to do it. He's assured me he won't put the pickaxe through the cable, but, well, you know, it could happen. The other weird thing is that I cannot get my stats to come up at the top, which is a bit annoying. Let's see if I can refresh it. Maybe that'll do it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's weird thing number 2 sorted. So who have we got in? We got the... So Wasp, you're in the 338. Tricky, I'm guessing you're FedEx, right? It seems unusual not to see Tricky in the 7.4. Am I getting confused? I might be. We're also using the Malaga freeware scenery today from flightsim.to, so I thought I'd give that a try. Wasp, was it you last night that messaged and said about it? And that was really weird because I was literally on the page looking at it, and then you messaged. I was like, that's a bit freaky. But it looks alright, doesn't it, for a freebie? You can't whinge at that. I mean, it's a little bit jank, but then, like, to be honest, some of the paid stuff isn't exactly a Mona Lisa either, so... Oh, you're in the 7.6. Got it, got it, got it. Very good. Right. Yeah, I feel slightly unnerved that the internet may or may not die on us at any point, for any reason. But the show must go on, as they say. Morning, Bevy. But yeah, for freeware, this ain't bad. You got the terminal building over there. I mean, the main thing I want from scenery is like proper like gate markings, like all the numbers, taxiways, runway. I know it's going to split opinion. I couldn't care less what you do inside the terminal, as long as the outside of the terminal looks pretty and looks nice. Yeah, we're done. I don't need all the computers in the tower. I understand some people do, so I'm not saying it's a pointless exercise, but I would much rather see this sort of thing here cleaned up than I would to see a janky version of W.H. Smith, put it that way. I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. And maybe on the approaches as well. Make the approaches a bit prettier. If there's like obvious weirdness on the approaches, tidy that up. That would be my preference. But that's just me. That's just me. Okie dokie. So what have we got? Have we got anything online? So I'm at 74, Simon. Just having a quick look to see what's online in terms of VATSIM. Hey, there's ground on currently at Stansted, so you never know. Only been on for 6 minutes, mind, so we've got a while yet before before anything happens. It may be by the time we get there, of course, that things are different. Right, I need to fire this plane up. So, batteries on. Let's get ourselves fueled. My PC feels weird today. I'm not loving this. Feels like this stream is fundamentally a bit screwed before we started. Alright, block fuel is 8667. And we're not even going to touch GSX today after what they did to us in Bristol. 147 on board. And what have we got for cargo? Right. $3,334, so that would be, if my maths is on point, 1,667 in the front. 1,667 in the back. Zero fuel weight, 58.3. Which is in line with what Simbrief reckons. Make sure you watch those ads, Ben. That's how we get paid. Because we're not doing this for free. Alright. Let's get the APU on. Can't be bothered with ground power today. Let's be lazy. Logo on. Curious to see what the frames are like with this payware scenery. So we'll see. It's quite often a bit of a flip of the coin, isn't it, as to whether it's going to be good or not. You would do it for free. I mean, it's good for you if you would. And the trouble is, I feel a lot of pressure to be streaming and be doing this and be doing that from the audience. And ultimately, if they want more of it, I can only give so much while maintaining a proper job. So, yeah. If we want to do more with the channel, it needs to pay for itself, really. Okay, your dampener on. Let's get the window heat on. Let's get some AC for those in back. Hey Adam, how's it going? I think we're cruising at 340. So Stansted is 350 feet above sea level. I didn't realise that. Your dampener is on. Hydraulics. And let's get fuel pumps on. We do have a little bit of fuel in the centre tanks actually, don't we? Only a little bit. But enough to make the lights go out, hopefully. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let's get some setting up to do. Hey, Baguette, how you doing? You tight on fuel as you're fully loaded? You would start the APU till you guys are fast. Wow, okay. Cutting it fine, Wasp, are you? Right, pausing it. Let's go to our route page. What are we? LEMG, isn't it? LEMG. One of these days I'm going to start remembering these airport codes. I feel like every time I do a flight I have to Google what is the airport code for Stansted? What is the airport code? I know Gatwick, I know Manchester, I know Edinburgh, I know Heathrow. I know a few on the continent, but doing alright, thank you very much, Baguette. Ben, I'm gate 74. Nick, don't be encouraging Bevy about the paper plane. You're going to need the whole runway, Tricky. Honestly, you and Wasp. You sort yourselves out. You'll get yourself in a proper plane like me. Alright, what am I doing? Departures and arrivals. So I've been looking at Flight Radar 24, and I've also been looking at SimBrief, and runway 30 is the way to go, and the BLN 3 Lima departure. Oh, hello. Who's that beeping at me? Oh, someone's saying hello in chat to me. I shall type back. There we go. I thought that was ATC for a minute. I was like, oh god, someone's come online. I'm going to have to actually try hard now. But should be a nice little route out of Malaga. I flew into Malaga in real life in April last year. Very nice it was too. Gorgeous approach, the way you sort of come in through the mountains, and there's like a load of wind turbines, and I mean, in fairness, the landing was a bit iffy, but you know, that's what we've come to expect, right? It was a bit of a gadoosh. I'm going to put Stansted in for now anyway, so we're going to do runway 22, is it Tel2? Yeah, Tel2 1 Lima. And we're going to transition at Laurel, I think. Happy days. That's a bit of a weird way in. I'll bring my charts over, you can have a look. So obviously this is us coming up. Tel2 over Heathrow. Should get some views of Heathrow, City of London. We sort of come around here, Buster, Laurel, and around and in. That should be quite a nice little approach, chat. Happy days. Remember what else happened last year? Bevy, I don't know what you're talking about. Stop telling lies on the channel, Bevy. What is my star is the... what is it? BLN3L. Runway 30. Oh wait, you said star. That's my Sid. Star is Tau2. Taut1 Lima, I believe. Yeah, there it is. No idea what you're talking about, Bevy. No idea. Very good. Okay, let's do a perfinite request. Man, I really hope that guy doesn't dig through my internet cable. That'd be the worst thing ever. Literally got like a pickaxe, like a handheld pickaxe, like a massive one. It's about 2 foot wide. Just going gadoosh, gadoosh, gadoosh into the driveway. Oh, 370. Let's have a little look at the performance tool, shall we? What's going on here then? Oh wait, I need to do this first, don't I? Oh yeah, good point, Nick. Well remembered. Okay, runway 30. And it's dry. There we go, 52C. Have I done that right? I'm not sure if I have. We'll come back to that. Flaps 5, 141, 143, 147. Nice to see that the numbers are aligning. That's always good. .493 on the trim. We got 5. Oh yeah, look, we got loads. Ben, is that you in the KLM again? Oh, PA is currently levitating. Anyone else over this side? I suppose in a way we're going to have to watch ourselves a little bit, because if we all turn up to an airport that's too small, we could cause a problem, couldn't we? Okay, 147 plus 15. 162 up there. 299 for the runway heading. Let's have a look at the legs. 10,000, 10,000. Above 10,000. 370, 370. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go 370. There's no ATC on, so let's not mess about. Oh, Simon, is that you? Nice. That's you levitating. Alright, let's get the old flight directors on, shall we? Can we arm our nav yet? Probably not. Now, what's the local pressure? Uh, 1021. There we go. Bevy, I look forward to that day. I truly do. I truly, truly do. Good. Now then, have we got a hydraulics failure? I guarantee you we have. Every time I get a hydraulics failure. I think I must be doing something wrong, but I always used to do it this way and I never got it wrong, so... I don't know. Maybe I need to just revisit over the Christmas break some procedures, because I feel like I'm just going into like auto mode here and I'm not actually thinking too much about stuff. Alright, is GSX still being weird? Of course it is. Is that going to help us? I really do think there's a market for just a really solid pushback system. Right. I'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. Just need to check on the internet guy. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to check in on the internet guy. I could hear him, like, moving stuff around outside, almost like he was trying to get my attention. Right. Remember to file the flight plans. Yeah, flight plans are all done. Tricky. Thank you. Oh, good. Right, what am I doing? Benjamin, welcome to push if you're ready, mate. Don't feel like... I don't want any of you to feel like you have to wait for me or anything like that. It's all good. Now, has GSX restarted? How do I get it back to, like, the main menu? So I'm at parking 74.
The chosen position is too small for
Request
your
follow
aircraft.
me. No. And now what? Free this parking from AI? No. I've just done that, Wasp. I did that just before I left and it's still doing the same thing. Maybe it's the scenery that's playing it up. Okay, let's just revoke parking services and we'll get the PMDG to push us back. So the plan for me is I'm going to do nose right, tail left. So sort of come back around here and then we'll trundle down. Is it Lima then Delta? Yeah. Lima, Delta, and then runway 30 is just down there. That's my plan anyway. Looking at what's happening on flight radar this morning, that's what a lot of others were doing, so it makes sense to follow in their footsteps, I guess. So I'm going to be facing west, aren't I? I'll tell you what, I might start pushing back then. Get ready to go. Better make it cool, hadn't I? Malaga traffic, X-ray Alpha November 814 at stand 74, pushing back, facing west. Malaga traffic. Look at my taxi lines. You can turn and go straight out. Really? Oh yeah. I hadn't noticed that. Yeah, nice. Let's do that. Alright, so I guess I can just start the engines, right? Let's whack some brakes on a minute. That was a good shout, that was. I hadn't noticed. I had not noticed that. Ground services, wheel chocks removed. Is door shutting? Yes, it is. Stairs are going away, that's good. All this rubbish is just going to get in the way, isn't it? Because of GSX. Oh wait, I'm not actually on Unicom, am I? Ben, if you want to go ahead and taxi, you go ahead, mate. Yeah, my mistake, Ben. I wasn't on Unicom. 122.8. Maybe I will.
X-ray Alpha November, I can't find the chart, so I'm just going to follow you for the company, you as the company traffic.
No problem. X-ray Alpha November 814. Okay, so what I will do then, Ben, is I will push back as normal. I won't do the turny thing. And I'll pull forward a bit so you can then push and you can follow me. I'm going to face west. That's the plan. Right, how do I push with the 737? Style push out. Standard L, turn nose to the right, 90 degrees. Select a tug.
No, do the Tony thing, it's okay.
Why did the KLM just levitate? Right. I'm going to push, actually. I want to see if I can do a PMDG push. I haven't done one in a while. Alright. Malaga traffic, X-ray Alpha November 814 at stand 74, pushing back, facing west.
Cockpit to ground. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left.
Sorry, Ben.
Roger that. Ready to push. Tail to the left. Park brakes off.
Okay, AP bleed on. Let's get the packs off.
KLM 523 pushing back, we'll follow company traffic.
Alright, why aren't I pushing? Do I need to press start? No, it's already started. Is it conflicting with GSX? I bet it is. Why is it taking so long? Do I need to release my parking brake? Start.
Cockpit to ground.
Oh.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for tail to our left.
No.
Roger that. Ready to push. Tail to the left.
I thought the chocks were off.
Brakes released. Here we go.
Right, it's going now. Thank goodness. I don't know what that was all about. Okay. Engine 2 into ground.
Malaga traffic, speedbird 135 Alpha, pushing back from stand 82, facing west.
See how close it gets us to good old Ben over there. Yeah, so it's not a perfect push, not like GSX. It's good enough though to get us going. Should continue the livery series. What do you mean by that? As in make more?
Please. Break set.
So far I've got liveries for the A32NX, the Phoenix, the PMDG 737-800, the ATR 72,
Hold. Watch for the salute and release from guidance.
and
Right.
the A310. So Wasp, looking around at Flight Radar 24 this morning, a lot of the routes were going west, then taking Lima, then Delta, down to runway 30. That's the only reason why I chose this route. Good. Whoops. Okay, good engine start. Strobe and steady. Taxi. Take power from the main engines. Packs into auto. APU bleed off. Probe heat on. So we're looking pretty good. Is that strobe and steady? Go on, up you go. There it is. Jolly good. Jolly good, jolly good. I feel like I'm forgetting a load of stuff this morning. Malaga traffic, X-ray Alpha November 814, taxiing to runway 30, holding short Hotel Echo 3 via Lima and Delta.
Calum 523 will follow the company traffic to runway 30.
Okay, brakes off. Yoke cam on.
Malaga traffic, FedEx 57 heavy, pushing back, stand 90.
Right, let's see if I can get myself lined up on this this here taxiway. You're all looking good back there. Too bad about the PMDG push. Okay, RTO. Flaps 5. Clear left. Clear right. So there's another van that's turned up now for the internet install. Things are getting serious out there. There's two blokes kind of just stood looking at it, scratching their heads, pointing and drinking tea, I think. So it's all going well, I think. Here we go. So we're now going to go on to Delta.
Malaga traffic, speedbird 135 Alpha, taxiing to runway 30 via Delta 2 to Hotel Echo 3.
Did anyone else hear that Ryanair going off? So I can make this charts window a little bit smaller. You can sort of see where we're going. Yeah. And we're just going to trundle down here right to the end, basically. they are. Wasp, is that you in the FedEx, or is that Tricky? I've forgotten. It's Tricky, isn't it? Basically follow it all the way to the end, so it's kind of easy. Probably didn't actually need to though, did we? Alright, let's just hold it short here. Parking brakes on. Let's get TCAS on. Sort out our lights. Engines into continuous. I'd say we're looking pretty good. LNAV still won't come on. Don't know why. We'll look at that when we get in the air. Should be okay though. Should be alright. Very good. Malaga traffic, X-ray Alpha November 814, taking off runway 30 on the BLN 3 Lima departure. Malaga traffic. Let's go and get lined up.
KLM 523 will line up and wait after you are on the roll.
Okay, looking clear that way. I don't know what's going on with the scenery over there. Blimey. Start the clock. Alright, let's hold it on the brakes. Happy with where we're lined up, that's good. A little bit of forward pressure on the yoke.
KLM 523 line up runway 30.
2 knots.
Okay, so we're doing an auto takeoff, auto throttle takeoff I should say.
V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Will LNAV arm for us now? Of course it won't.
Malaga traffic,
FedEx 16 taxiing to runway 30 via Charlie Delta. Holding short behind company traffic.
What a view. Look at that.
KLM 523 departing runway 30 on the BLN 2 Lima Sid.
There we go. LNAV's armed now, which is strange how it didn't do that. Start getting our flaps up.
Malaga traffic, Speedbird 135 Alpha, lining up for runway 30.
Okay, let's get flaps fully up.
KLM 523 airborne, climbing flight level 360.
Should have taken rejected takeoff off as well.
Malaga traffic, Speedbird 135 Alpha, departing runway 30.
Tell you what, let's get a bit of the old autopilot on. Because I want to look at these views.
Malaga traffic, FedEx 179 up and waiting 30.
I can see a load of lights, that's good.
Malaga traffic, Speedbird 135 Alpha, airborne, climbing flight level 340.
X-ray Alpha November, what is your final flight level?
Flight level 370, X-ray Alpha November. Actually, that can't be right, can it? That can't be right, it should be the other way. Correction, 360. Okay, let's get the lights off. And we've got a fuel warning. Engine's out of continuous. And we're just holding at 10,000 feet. Cruise, let's do 360.
X-ray Alpha November, do you mind taking flight level 380? I'm on 360.
Yeah, sure, 380 works. X-ray Alpha November, 814. Using reserve fuel? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's better. So I don't know why the plane wanted to do 370, because isn't it the way it works? Depending on the direction of travel, it's like you either get on an odd or an even. Therefore, it makes sense if we were on. We should be on an even, right?
Traffic, FedEx 16 lining up by 30.
Weird. I don't know why the plane wanted 370, because I didn't tell it that explicitly. SimBrief said 340, Perfinit said 370. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so VNav's on, LNav's on. Now we can climb through 10,000. Standard pressure.
Malaga traffic 757 passing 1200 for final research.
That's one thing I didn't do as I took off. I didn't say I was airborne and I was going to a specific altitude. I should have done that. That's another lesson learned for VATSIM.
Last station, I'm 3602, so we should just make sure that we have separation.
Just having a quick look on VATSIM to see what's online. Ground is still on at Stansted. As is ATIS. What are they saying? Runway in use is 22, so we are scheduled on the right runway at the least. At the very least, so... Gorgeous. Odds down, evens up. Yeah, so we need to be evens, Brian, isn't it? That's right. Wonder why the PMG decided to do 370. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Did you manage to get up all right then, Tricky? How much runway did you have left? Someone's got their mic on. Somebody got their mic on. Oh, Simon, you're kidding.
Guy with his mic on, please stop calling. It's either you're muted and you're trying to make the call, or it's just not working.
Simon's Sim's just crashed. I wonder if it's anything to do with that. It's a very pretty departure, this, isn't it? Oh, it's not you, Simon. It's definitely not me. Bevy, is it you? Hey, Wassa. Very well, thank you. Oh, you got the TPR pedals, Brian. Are those like the really fancy ones that are like on that swing arm thing? Maybe go to the voice client, see who is transmitting. I don't actually know how to do that. Nice one, Ben. That's the spirit, Simon. Let's crank the music up a bit, shall we? Yeah, it's a gorgeous approach and departure. Wassa, yeah. Flew it in April in real life. Very nice too. Yeah, it almost works, doesn't it? The static and the lo-fi. Very tight turn there that someone just made. Look at that. Who's that out there? That's Ben, I think. I've got a supervisor on my stream, don't mess. I wouldn't dream of it, Ben. Wouldn't dream of it. I see you're going for the cheeky overtake, Ben. There you are, Ben. I'm going right over you. Yeah, let's just slow ourselves down a bit. Let Ben go past. Yeah, so there's Ben. Slow it right down. What's your flight level, Ben? Go back up to 078. In fact, Ben, you're going 360, aren't you? So if we keep the speed low, we will very quickly be above you, above where you're going to be. Yeah, whilst Ben's doing a flyby for me by the look of it. There he is.
KLM 523, test call for supervisor.
So how do I get it out of speed intervention? Do I just click speed intervention again and it goes back to N1? .81, yeah, we can do that, I think. Right, let's see if I can get a bit more vertical speed on the go here, because VNav is taking its sweet time. Why am I going so slow then? Yeah, I've got a problem with the gear lever, Havoc. I think because I've got it mapped to a control, doesn't matter what I do, it won't do what I tell it. I should be up out of your way at 370. Very shortly, Tricky, by the way. Hey, Krauser. I don't think it's me. I can see the RX light on V-Pilot lit up, and the TX is not lit up. But when I pull my trigger, it does light up on the TX, so I think that means I'm good, right? Oh, Krauser, that sounds awesome. There is a bug with Unicorn. I've contacted supervisors and they are working on this. It's not an open mic. Oh, okay. Yeah, 7800 X3D is like V-chip, isn't it, for the flight sim? V-chip. How do I get it out of... You know, that'll do it. Lovely. Yeah, I think in the new year, Krauser, I might, I'll see what NVIDIA come out with on their Super Series in January. How you doing, Jack? So, Krauser, have you ordered all that stuff yet? Or is it something you're going to be doing? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Because of the CCDs on the processor, like the 7950 X3D has one chiplet with Vcache on it and another chiplet without. And in a way that can also cause issues with tasks being chucked around between two CCDs, and you've got the latency penalty. Whereas if you've got a 7800 X3D, one CCD, Vcache on top, job done. Nice and easy. You got the CPU but not the graphics. Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I asked actually, because yeah, January the 8th, NVIDIA are doing a bit of a shindig, aren't they? You're not getting static. Only from my stream. Let's don't know. You also have static. So Tricky, you're not getting it either. So some have it, some don't. Ben, you've got it, right? What if I were to... What if I was to like disconnect and reconnect? You have static, Ben, and it's definitely from your PC. You're not getting it through my stream. It's actually coming from your sim. Tricky, you're on X-Plane, aren't you? Wasp, what about you? You on X-Plane or you Microsoft? Disconnecting does not work, you tried. This is a new one. You're not flying, but you still have the static. So Michael, you're not flying, but you're on the ground or something? Are you connected in? Or are you just hearing the static through watching this stream? Maybe I should reload VPilot. Might actually shut it down. Would there be any side effects of that if I were to completely close VPilot and reload in? No, VPilot is stuck on receive, not transmit. So my RX light is constantly lit up on COM1. Let's try it, let's just close it down, see what happens. Be right back. Okay, let's disconnect, shut VPilot. Reconnect. Connected to the voice server. And it's back again. Yeah, still back. Traffic, who's that? And if I leave Unicom, it goes away. Go back to Unicom. It's back. What's this yellow light down here? VHF1. That's what I want, right? I think static is masked when using an external view. Yeah, gone. Back again. Change the frequency too. What, VHF2? Ah, co-pilot side, okay. Hey, Tom. Hey, stopped. X-ray for November 814, mic check.
5x5. Thank God the static's gone.
Five by 5, copy. Hello, Tom. They found the issue. There is an AFV connection not linked to a VATSIM account. Tech team's working on it. Thanks, tech team. Appreciate you. So see Ben's contrail there, disappearing off into the clouds. That is weird that you didn't get it, Tricky. Fly-by-wire sim pod. That reminds me, we need to fly the fly-by-wire a bit more. Hello, Lee. Road to 10k. Yeah, I feel like that's going to creep up on us. When did we get 5k? It was in August, wasn't it? That's not bad. It's not bad to get to nearly 10 by December. Well, I say nearly 10. 8 and a bit. Good luck, Simon. Good luck, good luck. Good luck, have fun, as the cool kids would say. Just zoom the map in a bit, give us a touch more context. Holding 0.81, so actually the plane has decided it wants to go 0.78. I suppose I could go 81, like override it. Should we do that? %82 there. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably quite a way back actually, Wasp, aren't you? What is the range of Unicom? Do we know?
The traffic, Qantas 55 is inbound, runway 32 left with 12 miles to run.
What airport was that?
Madrid Barajas.
Right, let's do a little check on who's online. See if ground is still on at Stansted. Yeah. Looking quite busy there actually. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft on the ground at the moment. So I'm a little bit concerned actually when we land. I say concerned. I'm using the freeware scenery and it comes with a load of static aircraft. And it's possible.
Madrid Barajas, KLM 861, vacated runway 32 right, Madrid Barajas.
Unicom is limited to 15 nautical miles per aircraft or transmission tower. It's not the range of your position. Try to get the supervisor to like my stream. Cheers, Ben. I admire the hustle. Yeah, so there's a load of static aircraft.
Static 155 is now 5 miles in our left
Yeah, there's a load of static aircraft on the free version of Stansted. Like a load of Ryanairs that are parked up. So there's a risk, I suppose, that if we get directed to park there, we may have to park on top of a static aircraft. But that's okay. Should hit rush hour. Oh no. Well, hopefully we can scoot over the top of it. What is going on here?
Madrid Barajas, static 155 in a short final.
Did not like being at 0.81, did it? Tell you what, I'm just going to let VNav do what it wants. "22 watching and only 2 likes. I can see 28 likes, Wasp. I don't know where you're getting your numbers from. But yeah, like the stream. Everybody, now. Come on. Why did it do that then? Was it just not happy at that speed? Let's try to see it 0.80 instead of 81. Don't they not pay for the... Yeah. What we'll do is we'll land at Stansted and we'll make it very clear to the controller that we'll be calling the shots today. We'll see how long we last, shall we? Oh, that's funny, I've been disconnected. Speaking of which, so far so good on the internet. They haven't put the pickaxe through the line yet, so... That's a good point, Ben, actually. Let's do it in there. Target speed 0.80. Let's give that a go. Using reserve fuel. You what? We've got 6 tons of fuel. And the block fuel was 866. We've still got 5.7 left. Can we go to the outside view? Yeah, sure. I wish they'd make the default volume a little bit lower when you switch to the outside view, because it's really jarring. Let's see if we can do smart cam, shall we? There we go. See some planes behind us. So it's just locked on to another target on the ground, isn't it? It would be really nice, wouldn't it, if in like Microsoft Flight Sim 24 they gave us a livery editor where we can just like copy and paste our own graphics in and 3D paint them. Hey, Alberpino! We will soon be over France, won't we? Maybe come fly Hong Kong sometime in the future. You're doing your S1 training. What's the S1 training? I haven't actually updated to the latest version, actually. Ooh, hit the mic stand. Alberpino, I haven't actually updated. Probably should do that. So we're going to have 2.6 tons at Stansted. And what's the reserve limit? Oh, tower trainee, nice. Is that on VATSIM or in real life? Where's Ben? Oh, there he is. That's him, of course. Oh, I thought about a check. You never know, do you? Yeah, it's an amazing job, isn't it, that the controllers do in real life. Quite remarkable. Ben, what's your max speed? I feel like I'm gaining on you. I don't know whether that's just a weird visual perception I'm getting, and maybe it's not accurate. Yeah, it's about 2 miles, isn't it? And then you are also... Is that you behind me as well, Tricky?
FedEx 57, you're going to need to slow down because you're approaching on me from behind and you might rear end me. Other option is to descend flight level 340.
I think Tricky should thread the needle, go under me and then shoot up in front of me to 380. Okay, so how you doing? Close to 10k. Yeah, getting there. Getting there. Yeah, it's all a bit bizarre to me. The more I think about it, the more I get weirded out by it. It's yeah, I can't quite wrap my head around it. 10,000 people nearly. Will I do a special flight with 10k? Yeah. Yeah, I will. It would be really nice if the 777 came out at around that time. And I think maybe the two might coincide. There's a chance it might. Yeah, if the 777's out, it'd be nice to do like a long haul, maybe Heathrow JFK or something in that as a bit of a special. The problem I've got is that... Ooh, Tricky, is that you ascending? Now 1,000 feet. You've stopped. Oh no, you haven't. 900,000. Whoop. I thought I could hear a Tricky. That's a screenshot right there, isn't it? But I have the 737. Yeah, I think a 777 though would be pretty cool to do a long haul in if it came out and it was the right time. I think I'm going to fly that plane to death when it comes out. I really do. Look at us with our synchronized flying. That's pretty cool, that, wasn't it? Yeah, RIP Dubai when it comes out. Yeah, I can't wait for the A380. It's going to be great. I don't know when we're going to get it mine, but... it is going to be Wordle time soon, yeah. However, I really need to go and use the toilet. Not to be too graphic. And I should probably go and check on the internet, guys. Right. I'm going to momentarily disconnect and then reconnect once I'm back. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, guys, alright? Alright, back. And let's reconnect. Probably gonna get a load of traffic warnings now, aren't I? You still in front, Ben? So, good news. The internet people have gone, apparently. Apparently it was all a great success. There's 2 tiny little patches. I thought they were going to dig a whole trench, but they didn't. They've dug 2 tiny little patches into the driveway, and apparently they've threaded or blown a cable through. I don't know what they're doing, but they assure me it's all done, so good times. To be honest with you, I think I probably would, looking at the conversation up above there about like Dubai and across the pond. I think in a way I would rather do Heathrow Dubai than Heathrow New York. Because you imagine Heathrow New York, it's just like you're over the ocean for so long. There's more to see out the window, I suppose, on a Heathrow Dubai. Alright, so we are approaching the Bay of Biscay, aren't we? So ground is still on in Stansted, so that's kind of good news for us. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at where we're likely to be coming off. So runway 22, single runway airport, which is just as well for us because, well, just as well for me anyway. I'm guessing, Tricky, you're going to be going to the cargo centre, I would presume. Oh, the FedEx cargo centre, there you go. So I mean, obviously you're going to be over here, right? London to Perth. Alright, steady on, okay, blimey. So I'm probably going to jump off the runway. Probably Lima Romeo. Then so can you all help me a minute? When you come off, I'm a little bit unclear, and it's not caused a problem yet because I think almost always I've been told to keep it rolling because there's someone behind you, nice and quick off the runway, and before I've even got onto the high-speed exit, it's, you know, welcome to wherever, taxi, Lima, then hotel. And I know where I'm going before I've left the runway tarmac, usually, or very soon afterwards. Say that didn't happen. Say I just came off... Say I came off... Whoops, what am I doing? Goodness. Say I came off here at Lima. Would I then be obliged to stop at the first crossbar? Or the stop bar? Because, I mean, my tail is going to be very close to the runway, right? Like, what would I do? Hold here? You go past the line, Tricky, would you? You go past the runway threshold. If dash lines are behind the solid, you can pass. Otherwise, it's a holding point. Your Tail must be past the line, not your nose. What line are you talking about, Wasp? Are you talking about, say, Lima 1, for example? Tail must be past Lima 1. Or are you talking about the line of the runway here? I'm so glad you're all here. You're almost like my little private VATSIM tutoring group. Runway 22, Ben. On the... what are we doing? Tel 2 1 Lima arrival. Blimey, London's looking busy. Yeah, so ATIS says 2-2, doesn't it? So possible it might change. The holding point line, so get your tail past the holding point. That must be quite a skill as a pilot to know where your tail is. Wordle, good point, Ben. Alright. Let's start with the word. Actually, let's start with audio. So it's got loads of vowels. Brilliant. Okay. So it's got to have an E in it somewhere. Wells. Let's try that. Okay, so we've got an E and an S. Yeah, that's right, Tricky. I'm on the same. Okay. Scent? Maybe. Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? Okay, the E's in the right place, and we got a T. So it probably starts with a T, do we think? Ends... we can't have an S, can it? So the S has got to be either here or here. So T something E something S. What about trees? Oh, close. Oh, that wasn't never going to work, was it? Because of the S on the end. Okay, so we do have a second E. So it's got to be... on the end here. Is it there? The T works, the E works. The E over here works. Oh wait, it can't because we don't have an R. That can't be it. What about these? T works. The H works. The E works. The S must work. Well, it's possible it could be over here. But I can't think of a word beginning with TS that has an E in it. Right, it's got to be that. Or theme. Theme, I suppose it could be theme. But it needs the S as well. Should we go these? Let's go. There we go. We're just too good. Ben, don't give the answer. Every time. Yeah, what speed are we at? 0.79. Why have we gone up? Why has it done that? That's a bit weird. Is it the wind making it do that? Alright, where's the cruise page? I wonder if it's doing it to save fuel. Flight's going alright so far, thanks. No ATC, despite the fact we're on VATSIM. Although London is looking very busy. Very, very busy. So about 50 minutes out, what time are we at? takeoff 11. You just subbed. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it. Hashtag road to 10k. That is a lot of wind, isn't it, that we've got today? What's the weather doing at... at Stansted? Airports. Stansted. Weather. So we're landing on runway 22, aren't we? And it's 200 at 10 knots. That's okay. It's almost pleasant, isn't it? Click on the ATIS tab and you'll get an early ATIS. Really? Runway in use 22, transition level flight level 75, surface wind 190 and 8 knots. I suppose the other way is to check on. I'm on map.vatsim.net. It's the same information, isn't it? Advise. Acknowledge receipt of information. Echo. Advise aircraft type and first contact. So we would only. At what point do you contact ground? Is that literally when you come off the runway? I'm guessing it's going to be hotel, isn't it? Either hotel or Juliet onto Alpha East or West. Probably East. Depends where they put us, I guess. It was over here that I think all the Ryanair stuff was parked up. We'll have to see. When vacated, okay. I mean, it's entirely possible that they may go offline before we get there. So you never know. So I suppose there's a possibility that you could be stopped at your stop bar for a little while and for a few seconds until someone tells you where to go. It's fairly quiet at Stansted at the moment. Only 3 of them on the ground, and it looks like one of them is a light aircraft, sort of keeping out of the way over the other side. Kia says looking to start flying the 737-8, switching from A32NX. Did you switch as well? How did you find it to start? Yes, that was exactly my journey. That was exactly my journey. So I started this channel with the fly-by-wire, more or less. And I was at a very early stage with the fly-by-wire, really, when I started the channel. I was still in that phase where I'd sometimes use the stock A320, and sometimes I'd use the fly-by-wire to learn a bit more about it. And then I just kept using it and using it and using it, and then sure enough, became pretty good at it. And I didn't have any other aircraft at that point. I hadn't bought anything. So I didn't get the PMDG 737 until August that year. I started the channel in the January. And I just remember finding it so difficult. So difficult to get started with it. I remember thinking, this is such a similar aircraft. How is it so different? Like, it's full of like Boeing-isms, is what I used to refer to it. I was like, all these things in Airbus, I'd be like, so where's the button for that on the Boeing? And it'd be something different. Worth it though. It was worth investing the time, because I think now I'm on the other side of it. I don't consider myself an expert in this plane still, by the way. There's still loads of buttons that I don't fully know what they do. There's certain areas of the FMC that I go into where I'm just like, ooh, don't know about this page. So, you know, it's always learning. But I'm hoping now that I've put the work into the 7.3, when the 7.7 comes, it won't be such a shock. I appreciate it's going to be different. There's bound to be differences. Like, why wouldn't there be? It's a different aircraft. But, yeah. Interested to see what the differences are. I'm interested to see what it feels like to fly a big Boeing that's by PMDG, because I feel like the big Boeings that I've flown so far in the sim, they feel a bit weird. I cannot for the life of me get the hang of the 747. Feels like I'm almost flying a glider. It's a really weird feeling. Now I don't know whether that's just the way it is, or whether it's a limitation of the model that we have in the sim at the moment. But I think once we get a PMDG 777 and 74, that is a really flipping solid lineup of Boeing planes. Bluebird will be out with the 7.5 and 7.6 in due course, I don't know when. Aerosoft, eventually maybe, with the A330, whenever that is. – 747 is odd in MSFS. Yeah, I found it really odd. I tried flying it the other day, Tricky, and it was just weird. Just felt like this giant floaty thing. And I came away from it thinking, well, is that a limitation of the aircraft itself, or is that a limitation of the aircraft in the sim? Am I late? No, you're okay. Would I start flying long haul if they release a long haul aircraft? Probably not. What I would probably do is with the 777, especially the 200 variant, which I believe is what's going to launch first. Initially I was a little bit like, oh, I wanted the 777-300. That was the one I really wanted. Don't know why, just bigger. It's the one I see a lot of when travelling. So I was a little bit like, oh, okay, I'll probably have to buy the 200, because I kind of feel like now if I don't buy it, it's an opportunity cost really for the channel. It's like, as like the channel owner, I should be buying that aircraft really, even if it's not quite the one I want, just by the fact that it's available at all, as in the 777, regardless of the variant. But actually looking into it the other day, we were looking at all the different cargo ops that you can do around Europe, because I was a little bit like, I really want to fly the 777, but I don't want to be stuck in a 6-hour cruise every time I do. So, yeah, I was a little bit concerned that I may end up buying it, getting all excited, and then not actually flying it that much. But looking at European cargo ops by various operators like DHL, FedEx, excuse me, UPS, so on and so forth, there's a load of like cargo ops flights that are almost like short-haul European passenger flights. So it may be that we lean into that. Oh yeah, DJ, I did wonder. I thought I would say something, but then you wouldn't hear. So we're 135 miles away from top of descent, which isn't that far actually. We're over Brittany now, so it's really not that far away. Not doing bad. What's my favourite plane? Yeah, probably this one at the moment. I mean, there is even a 7-4 route, isn't there, from Palma to... is it Frankfurt? I mean, I don't like to obsess too much over what routes I can and can't fly. I do like to keep it somewhat reasonable. But I know some people, I've had someone come in the stream before telling me I shouldn't be flying this route in the fly-by-wire because it's the A320neo and only the A320 CEO flies on that route. And I'm just like, dude, get out. Like, I don't care. So everyone just relax. It's a sim. So I wouldn't look at a route, say, I don't know, Gatwick to Madrid and be like, oh, well, the 777 doesn't fly that route, so I can't fly it at all. But if the 777 were to fly, say, from Gatwick to, I don't know, Milan, it's like, well, that's similar distance, so it seems reasonable that it could do the other route as well. So. I mean, I wouldn't start doing Bristol to Dublin in a 747 because that to me seems unreasonable. If you see what I mean. So I try and look at it on balance, like with a broad kind of view on it. And obviously, as you can see, I fly in my own livery, so technically on my own airline I can do what I want anyway. Which is one of the big advantages. But you get some people being like, oh yeah, well, you know, FedEx don't fly this route, or American Airlines don't fly this route, so I can't fly it in this plane. It's like, well, you could, but I get where they're coming from. But being in my own colours certainly frees me of that burden. There you go, DJ's got it. Maybe we'll do that to celebrate 10k. You really hate long flights, only do like 3 to 5 hours. Yeah, and in fairness, when we did Dubai back to Heathrow to celebrate 5k subs, that was a long, long time. Like, how do real pilots do it? I don't know. I guess they're kept busy with like stuff, but man, that was... Oh, I don't want to say it dragged, because it was a good vibe in the chat and there was, you know, that side of it was good, but it still was a long time. Lufthansa fly domestic 747. Really? But it's interesting looking at the cargo routes, because obviously like a lot of passenger routes with the 777 are long haul, because of course it kind of makes sense. But cargo is very, very different. It's almost like cargo plays by a different rule book. It's kind of like just get the stuff where it needs to be, rather than is there enough passenger demand. The small map is from Sim Toolkit Pro. It'd be Tara, right, Ben? T-A-R-A? Oh yeah, Lee, you said about that, didn't you? How did it go?
Radio check.
5x5. Okay, Stansted's getting busy. Or busier. Quite a few waiting to leave. There's a cargo Lux that's landed there. A380 out, 777 back. That's the way. I've tried X-Plane before, but not very seriously. I just kind of goofed around on it, really. Oh, look at that. There's a ground is on at Bristol. Don't often see that. Heathrow looks pretty busy. Looks like there's a Concorde about to land. Or go around, possibly. Another Concorde. A lot of people fly the Concorde, don't they? I mean, that would change the dynamic, wouldn't it, if we had supersonic jets? I'd then consider doing long haul a bit more often, but I say long haul, long distance. When is the UK not busy? Yeah, that's a good point. This definitely feels like the calm before the storm, doesn't it? What flight level on? I'm on 380. What's the deal with the Concorde? Is that considered to be any good? So I've got, what have I got? Top of descent, 48 miles. It's okay, not study level, but flyable. It must be really hard at this point in time to actually make a study level Concorde, because how would you? Mind you, I don't know, I kind of feel like the community obsesses a little bit too much over the word study level. I don't really like that phrase. Yeah, it seems like a bit of an impossible task, doesn't it? What's the most overrated plane? I don't know. I kind of like what we have, really. I think Phoenix is great. This is great. Fly-by-wire is great. I kind of get what they're trying to say with the phrase study level. To me, study level means that more or less all the stuff works. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure any plane in this sim can be called study level. Depends. Really depends how you define what study level means. Oh, I tried to explain before. I only explained 10 years ago, and that was just messing around, really. So not really. Not really. Top of descent coming up. So, what's the plan? Well, there's no ATC. Oh, Stansted just gone offline. Oh no, I just moved the map. Yeah, I would agree. I would say that is study level, like the ones that are on the hydraulic legs and stuff like that.
Alan 523, flight level 360, descending flight level 1907. Helu 1 Lima arrival?
Actually, yeah, let's do 19. 190. Yeah, I suppose as a mission statement, I quite like it. I think basically they're trying to communicate that they've worked really flipping hard on these planes. And they have. And they're amazing. I just think the community maybe takes the phrase study level and misapplies it sometimes. It's like they'll say, oh, this plane isn't study level, but this one is. It's like, where's the line? Where does a plane become study level and not become study level? That's what I find difficult. Never tried the Skiathos approach, no, should do that. In fact, let's get the winds in as well. Descent, forecast, request the winds. X-ray Alpha November 814 at flight level 380, descending for flight level 190 at tail 2. Yeah, I think you're right, Simon. I kind of feel like even the planes that aren't study level are probably far beyond what most members of the community need anyway. For me, it's like, can it do an ILS properly? Does it have VNAV? Does it have a decent ND? Does all this stuff kind of work reliably? Does it have SimBrief integration? If all the answers to the questions are yes, then I can use it no problem on stream. Well, I think we've done all right for time today, because I do have to be out of here at like 1:30 latest, and that's pushing it a bit really. So we've done all right. We've made it back, assuming I don't royally mess things up. Have I seen the FSS E175? No, I have not. You're not doing bad, Simon. So did you start from Malaga, like cold and dark all over again? X-ray Alpha November 814, mic check.
5x5, what's wrong with the stream?
I don't know, I fear it might be the internet people.
I thought you said they left.
Don't know. Can any of you hear me? Is the audio getting through? I'm not entirely sure what's getting through and what isn't. I suspect not a lot is getting through. Well, I'll keep the stream running in case it recovers, but in all honesty I doubt it will. I've tried 3 reads. Is that any better? I get the feeling maybe it isn't.
Calum 522, we have the field inside.
The chief, we know staff traffic along that mountain.
Stansted traffic, Shamrock 6374, A320 Neo on 9.7 miles final for runway 22.
The chief, we know the staff traffic is going on.
Didn't catch a word of that. Alright, I need to start paying attention even if the stream is dead. I need to do this properly. Let's just get lights on. You can hear us again? Oh, it's gone again. Darn. 110.5. Okay, so
Stansted traffic, Shamrock 6374 on short final for runway 22. Landing, Shamrock 6374.
FedEx 57, should I go before or after you?
FedEx 57, I'm on a 3-mile final, so I think you'll be after me.
Yeah, FedEx 57, turning base now for 22.
Shamrock on Stansted final. I think the Ryanair's lined up already from another party. I think he was texting behind me.
Roger, okay, Shamrock 6374,